What is President Donald Trump's approval rating? See latest polls. President Donald Trump's approval ratings have remained about the same since last week as he continues to face diplomatic challenges, some controversial public messages on Christmas Day, and ongoing political questions. Abroad, Trump ordered U.S. airstrikes against Islamic State-linked militants in Nigeria on December 25, a move his administration said was aimed at disrupting ISIS activity in the region. The strikes were carried out in coordination with Nigerian authorities, according to the U.S. Africa Command. A new chance to end the nearly four-year war between Russia and Ukraine looms as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and President Trump were set to meet on December 28 at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, Zelensky said. Zelensky said the talks would focus on a potential framework to end the war between Ukraine and Russia, as Trump continues to position himself as a central figure in negotiations related to the conflict. Meanwhile, the Trump administration, which failed to meet a deadline to release records related to disgraced financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, announced December 24 that the process may take a few more weeks, after prosecutors found more than 1 million additional documents. On Christmas Day, Trump drew attention for a series of messages posted online that mixed holiday greetings with sharp political language directed at his critics and references to world leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. This week, Trump also announced the construction of 2 new Trump-class battleships that would be the first in a golden fleet of Navy ships in the latest instance of Trump naming things after himself, an idea that has prompted debate over cost and feasibility as Trump outlines his broader defense priorities. Here's what to know about Trump's approval ratings, including how they are decided and how Trump's ratings compare with his first term and past presidents. What is Donald Trump's approval rating? Here are the latest approval ratings released about Trump's administration. Real Clear Polling's average of polls from December 1 to December 23 shows a 43.1% approval and 54.8% disapproval rate. According to the most recent Gallup poll, Trump's job approval rating was at 36%. A Reuters Ipsos poll from December 12 to December 15 reported that 39% of those surveyed gave him a favorable approval rating of his performance in office and 59% gave an unfavorable rating. The New York Times daily average of polls showed a 42% approval and 54% disapproval as of December 26. A poll from the Associated Press and NORC showed 36% approve and 61% disapprove of Trump. The Economist shows that 39% of people are favorable of Trump and 56% are unfavorable of him. According to the latest update from December 26, the Rasmussen Reports poll from December 24 showed 45% approval and 54% disapproval of Trump. A Morning Consult poll updated December 22 showed 45% of voters approve of Trump's performance, while 52% disapprove. The American Research Group poll from December 22 showed 35% approve and 62% disapprove. How does Trump's approval rating compare with his first term? Trump had a final approval rating of 34% when he left office in 2021. His approval average during his first term was 41%. How does Trump's approval rating compare with past presidents? Joe Biden, 40%. Donald Trump, first term, 34% Barack Obama, 59% George W. Bush, 34% Bill Clinton, 66% George H. W. Bush, 56% Ronald Reagan, 63% Jimmy Carter, 34% Gerald Ford, 53% Richard Nixon. 24% are presidential approval ratings accurate. Data agency Gallup notes that these approval ratings are a simple measure, yet a very powerful one that has played a key role in politics for over 70 years. A president's approval rating reflects the percentage of Americans polled who approve of the president's performance. Anything can impact a president's rating, such as legislation passed, actions, and elections. According to ABC News, an approval rating doesn't just represent how well the administration is doing for the general public, but could determine the outcome of an upcoming election for a politician or how much they get done during their time in office. While these ratings are easy to understand, Quorum says some analysts believe they are not as useful as they once were due to extreme partisanship and the polarized political climate. Presidential approval ratings have always been partisan, with members of the president's party offering more positive assessments than those in the opposing party, according to the Pew Research Center. but the differences between Republicans and Democrats on views of the president have grown substantially in recent decades. USA Today Network reporter Ma.